it shows that, I mean, if the scene is really, if people just do stuff, you know, and like come together, and I'm not saying there isn't differences and things like that. I'm talking about taking a hold of what we think will happen and looking ahead and saying, do you know what? Why don't we capitalize on this right now, both on the business side and also in the sense of community? We can actually benefit as a whole from getting these artists to Scotland, to Birmingham, in sync, in collaboration, rather than just waiting for these promoters and big name promoters to do it. And it's not really giving anything back to the people who helped put this artist out there. Because I know that Flame worked with Enna before he blew, you know, and Flame is a Christian rapper.
Yeah, of course, yeah. No, that's totally agree with that, bro. And I think that basically for me, it's a case of something you raised there. I think that when you are in, you know, when you've got countries,
our scene needs to take care of the scene so that we can actually
this is what I'm saying,
the power to put them out when we want to.
What happens with rebellion, what people don't realize, civil wars happen. Why? Because the rich side keeps the wealth to itself and don't shares it. So civil war goes like this. Hold on a second. How are you? Sometimes when it's I know this sounds like a crazy correlation here, yeah? You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, and maybe politically, like, be careful, Roger. But you got South Sudan and North Sudan, yeah? And Gideon's laughing because he knows where I'm going with this, yeah? Basically, the North Sudanese haven't got the oil and all that business and whatever. But yet, them man are sitting large off the poor in the South. And you're like, hold on a second. They've got all the oil. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And there's no, and it's always balanced out, and that's no change throughout history, how the heart eats from everything else, yeah, and then degrades everything else and doesn't realize it has to pump things out. If you look at our bodies, what we have to show is that our heart has to pump as well as receive blood, yeah? It pumps out blood. So there's two ways it goes. And for us to have a functional heart, which is London, yeah, you gotta be pumping in and pumping out. Yeah? At the moment, they just want to receive, not realizing that the rest of the UK can't grow without them pumping out. And it's not.
You know what? It's true, but at the same time, like, I mean, with Brexit and with, you know, Scotland voting differently, I mean, for me, I see this for a long time. Scotland, the industry as a whole, has been trying to create its own platforms where I mean, even when I was younger.
So hold on a second.
I just had this. Sorry, go ahead.
So you're basically saying live on radio that we're about to see a rebellion in all music.
I mean, in the sense of standing out, you know. For example, let me give you an example. This is just like this is so everybody who knows. Mobiles came here. They did shows. No artists who were from Glasgow on the stage. The only artists that were on stage were backup dancers. Let's tell the truth, right? And I know the guys. And it was a great opportunity for them to connect with the industry. Second time they come around, nobody from Glasgow was on the stage or platforms. Yeah, that's the biggest music urban thing that's happening in the UK. And for a long time, there hasn't been platforms for artists, young or old, to kind of express themselves. There is the Summers, there is the SMIAs, and those have been started a couple of recent years ago. Yeah. So I'm saying, that's what I'm saying, that in the industry itself, we're just going DIY, like freedom, away from the monopoly and the control of London and down south, really. Yeah, and and I'm not saying it's like I'm not saying from a political sense, but from just a DIY musician's point of view, which a lot of rappers and a lot of artists that I know have been coming from. It's like, why should we, and we should expand, but why should we always look to the south to tell us what to do and how we should run business and whatnot, when we can just unite and do it ourselves? And I think the first conversation I had with you about why Progressive Music is started and why we're doing this is because there is a need for the platform to be in the scene. And if we're just going to wait forever for the rest of the UK to support, or forever for people to start, it would never be started, you know. So if London is the heart and it's going to pump blood into the rest of the body, then it needs to really go out looking to find out where they can help build and for the rest of the body. I mean, I'm not the person who'd say that I'm doing everything, and nobody says that we should wait for them to come to us, because a lot of people in the industry have been going down south and talking to people, and I'm sure there's connections. But at the same time, we have to be also independent in our own.
Yeah, in your own right. You got to go ahead, because you had to show you're still waiting for supplies to be dropped off. No supplies are there, so you need to start to build up your own garden and start developing your own infrastructure in place.
Else just the whole thing will crumble.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, 100% agree with that, bro. You know, end of the day.
And there's competent people. There's competent people who've been doing it, and competent people who are still going. I'm sure are plotting and planning behind the scenes. So I'm excited to see a platform come out of Scotland like A Step Forward, like KC Makes. I'm excited to see partnerships that happen with A Step Forward and KC Makes and Vine Juice, you know, and Premier Gospel and UCB and all those platforms. But I think they need to be rooted in the local and authentic
infrastructure.
Yeah, structure.
And you get a vibe of the cut. You got to be plugging in, and that's something even like myself as a promoter.
Know the scene, know the culture, know the lingo and things like that.
So if I was doing a show in guys, to be honest, bro, my always approach is to work with a local promoter. And seeing in what ways I can help to develop their infrastructure, as well as the same time to leave a legacy. So every time we did GR Live, we made sure local support was on the bill, and we made sure we made sure certain things in place. Because in this, so you got to keep the local people happy and to develop their local talent, you know, and give them platforms that they would never ever think they'll be able to get on the stage of. You know what I mean? Some artists which may never make London at the stage that they were at, but then in our local area to have that support and platform boost them no end. You know what I mean? It's absolutely fantastic and brilliant. Now.
And I think it also helps with the local talent to just have a boost of confidence and say, you know what, I can take this further, rather than just wondering how do I get into the scene and who do I talk to and do I have to travel down, all the things that we have to do. But at the same time, it gives you a boost of confidence to say there's people around me who can help me to do what I need to do and who are willing to invest in me. And I think naturally, like I said the last time I was having a conversation, if the scene is bubbling already, and it is bubbling, we just need to see more writers, more promoters, more songwriters, producers, encouragers, mentors, and whatever the different facets of the industry needs people to be in, to be there and just invest into the scene, you know.
We need to step up again, and I think that the call is to step up, and I think that it's great trying to make up these big massive functions with American artists. Like next year, bro, looking to kick off Manifest on the 31st of January, and headline as well is gonna be God's Winning IC. You heard it first, people. You heard it first. It's confirmed. It's icy. God's been. I'm gonna text him back actually. Say, yo. So exactly. Hopefully he's not listening. Don't listen, like I'm gonna text you. Don't worry, just to confirm. But
you know what? We might snatch him before he comes to yours. Then.
Oh, you better not, mate. You know what I'm saying? Afterwards. You can have him the week after.
Fair enough.
His UK store starts in Birmingham. I've been going to Glasgow. Did I do that good? Did I do that? Glasgow. Nah, was that good?
You need to try harder, mate. You need to try harder, mate. Come on.
Listen, mate, I can't get down there with my
Come over for lessons. We'll help you out.
Well, I ain't got no fur coat, mate. You know what I'm saying?
You don't need a coat. You need a mink jacket with extra fur.
Listen, mate. You know what I'm saying? So got all these frozen lakes up there. But no, definitely. I definitely want to do it. I've been. A couple people asking me about just a couple of American situations which I'm kind of looking into, but it's on my walls. If you know what I'm saying, bro, my walls. You know what I'm saying? When I say my walls, no sweat, bro. I'm happy. You turn around to me, watch. I'm coming down in June to do a track with so and so. Yeah, can I come and do Manifest in June? No problem. Let's book that date and let's do something with you there.